Hey crew, I've got the key to this 2022 Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro. Yes, I did that articulation shot. We are going to take it for a drive off-road with much better obstacles than this. But first, let's talk about how it looks on the inside and outside. Starting up here at the front, this color, new for 22, unique to the TRD Pro. It's electric lime metallic, and it is covered in dust because we've already done some off-roading, and I think it looks even better with dirt on it, but it looks great clean too. No other changes apart from the color at the front of the TRD Pro. Still got the heritage looking Toyota badge there in the blacked out grille. Still got your TRD Pro specific LED headlights with Pro down there. Rigid Industries LED fog lights. You got your skid plate down there. And your hood scoop. Now the hood graphics are new for 22. Let's see if I can get up here. It's a topographical map, which is pretty rad. Getting to the side, we're going to see a new design set of blacked out 16-inch wheels wrapped in now Goodyear Wrangler all-terrain tires, 265 section. And in here, we're going to see the new forged upper control arm, and it just looks pretty, right? It also helps with the rebound stroke to get more suspension travel. Moving back, we're not seeing a TRD Pro badge up there, down by the A-pillar base, because they took that out for 22. It's high altitude here, guys. I'm in Colorado. Did I mention that? Yeah, we're at like 12,000 feet, so I'm breathing hard. And back here, we are going to see TRD Pro is no longer a graphic thing. We get it stamped into the metal, which I think looks way better. At the back, no real changes. Just a good-looking truck. And I really do like it in this color. Let's go check out that interior. Quick detour on the way in. Forgot to mention the 22 TRD Pro also gets an extra half-inch lift in the front for a total of 1.5 inches over the standard Tacoma. Now we'll hop in. And we'll see, we've got some black leather trim seats, textured inserts here, red contrast stitching, grab handles, and power sliding rear glass. TRD Pro specific floor mats here, and I'll hop up and in. Oh. And that's my driving position at 6 feet tall. And we'll see I've got pretty much no leg room back here. My head does clear the roof, important. But yeah, 6-footers behind 6-footers in a Tacoma, not the best setup. Oh. Now in the front, we'll see the same black leather trim seats with red contrast stitching. Now they are heated. We've got TRD Pro embroidered onto the headrest. And they are 10-way power adjustable for the driver. Tacoma TRD Pro floor mats, a little more ornate than the rear. One-touch windows for the front two, and power-controlled door mirrors. Climbing up and in. See, there's an 8-inch touchscreen infotainment with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Your seat heating controls are there. Dual zone climate control. Here is your transfer case controller. Your outside heated mirrors. And we see the blind spot monitoring, the full Toyota Safety Sense suite, including adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alerts, automatic emergency braking. That's all included as standard in the Tacoma TRD Pro. Got your power sunroof there. Visibility is pretty solid. And I'm ready to go drive it. Let's do this. All right, let's get it going here. Tune into the TFT for a little welcome animation. And the truck is definitely still cold, so we're going to ease on out. Manual handbrake, love that. We've got a couple different camera angles for the backup. Let's peek into the wide view. It does take over the whole screen, but it's sort of a letterbox display here. Look, another electric lime metallic Tacoma. What are the chances? And we're starting out in two-wheel drive. One, just because we don't need four-wheel drive, but also just to go through the transfer case later. We'll start with the engine, which has not been changed for 22. We've got the 3.5 liter V6, and it still makes 278 horsepower and 265 pound-feet of torque. That is connected to your choice of a 6-speed manual, and if you get the manual, you'll have to give up some cool tech like the multi-terrain select, and instead you'll have the 8-track system, or, as this one is equipped, the 6-speed automatic. Now, 6 speeds in this day and age is not many, and so therefore the fuel economy is not the absolute best at just 20 combined mpg. And the engine itself, also working with the 6-speed transmission, is, it's a workhorse. It's been around for a long time, and it's proved to be a very reliable engine. You kind of expect that from Toyota, but it's not the quickest in this configuration. So 0 to 60 is going to be 7.7 seconds. Top speed is limited to 113 miles per hour. And as we get into choppier bits on this road, you can sort out the Fox 2.5-inch internal bypass shocks. See how they feel. The tires are aired down, by the way. I'll just show you on the little TFT readout here. This is, cold right now. As it starts to warm up, they'll heat up, and we'll see that they're probably around like 16 to 18 psi. So that's going to help with the ride quality. But as you get into some dips and potholes and things like that, and the speeds build up, you can just see that this TRD tuned suspension is excellent. Makes jogging down a road like this with unknown undulations and dips very much enjoyable. And because of the way the transmission is tuned, you do have to get a little further into the throttle to really uncork that power for it to downshift. You can, of course, shift manually if you want. You can click it over to sport mode this way. And that's going to hold on to the gear for a little longer than before, where it would upshift. And then you can just have some manual control over that. But yeah, when it does kick down a gear, and you do dig into that throttle, power comes on, and it gets moving. Probably the key rattling around over here. Beautiful. Colorado, I love you. Give the speed a bit. Yeah, just a really solid ride. This truck's bones are old, but they're well proven. All right, now we're going to get into some more technical stuff. So we've joined up with our merry gang of Tacomas and 4Runners, and we're going to switch into four-wheel drive high now. So we crank the selector after moving into neutral, wait till that engages, back down into drive, and then we'll get moving. And I didn't have a chance to show you guys a turning radius test, but the turning radius on the Tacoma is not great. But that's okay. You just take a multi-point turn in tighter spots. And you use things like the front view monitor to make sure you're not going to whack a tree or a rock as you're maneuvering. This will be very useful here as we start to head over some nastier boulders and deeper ruts. And there are a couple different angles on this monitor too. If I hit it again, well, first of all, you can leave it in its auto mode and it will choose when to show you different angles like the wheel angle and all that jazz. It actually will stay on if I go into four-wheel drive low, which I'll make the shift up here. And as the angles get tougher, we'll be thankful for, one, the extra half-inch of lift in the nose of the 22 Tacoma TRD Pro. We now have an 1.5 inch lift compared to the standard Tacoma. Still a half-inch lift in the rear, but now our ground clearance is at 9.4 inches. Our approach angle is 36.7 inches, 36.4 inches. And the departure angle is 24.7. The breakover 26 something. Decent for a small pickup indeed. And here, even in four-wheel drive high, I feel super confident over this stuff. If the speeds were to pick up, and in fact, actually at these speeds, I may even want to switch into four-wheel drive low because it's actually, believe it or not, easier on the truck at lower speeds in four-wheel drive low. Obviously, as getting into higher speeds, that's going to be really taxing on the components if we are not in four-wheel drive high. But here at these low speeds, I might just go low. Might make the shift like soonish. We'll do it now. I'm going to flip it into neutral, push in, and go to the left. 4 lows connected. Back to drive. And now the suite of camera angles along with our tilt, pitch and roll rather, is here up on the screen. A lot of useful views. And now really you got that real low end torque. I'm also going to fold in my driver mirror here, as this is a narrower pass through. Don't want to scrape it on any trees. And the size of the Taco is just perfect for trails like these. It's so easy to maneuver it. You're talking a full-size pickup truck like an F-150 or a Tundra. Now you're really limited. That or you're just going to pinstripe on everything. Now we're getting into some good stuff here. I don't know why the accent came on. Just felt appropriate. Go slow. You let the Goodyear all-terrain Wranglers grip in, pull you up with the 3.5's power and a low-range set of gears. This is very much within the TRD Pro's wheelhouse. Just don't get caught in ruts like that. You ride the line, and the truck will do the rest. We'll be encountering some rock up ahead, so let's fire on the multi-terrain select system. So we'll hit this button up here on the overhead, and we can choose from, as we rotate this dial, loose rock, mud and sand, mogul, rock and dirt, and just rock. I don't know. Let's do loose rock. I'm not sure what we'll encounter exactly, but loose rock seems to be about right. And then from here, that is going to prime the traction control system, the transmission, the powertrain, the brake-based torque vectoring. It's all going to be ready for what we have up ahead. Now we've got our spotter out here for this tighter spot where you don't want to land on a rock. We're going to watch this Electric Lime 22 TRD Pro go for it first. Bring up that view monitor. We can watch here what we can't see up there. Oh, no problems. Hopefully I'll say the same for myself. Okay, so lined up here. Giving me the nod, keep it going. Left, up, there we go. And we made it through. When in doubt, have a spotter. And now as we go up what we came down, I am going to lock the rear differential, which will engage as I move forward just a bit. Once the flashing red light goes solid, we'll know that has completed. There it is. And we can watch the other TRD Pro go up the stuff. Yep, he's saying for sure that he wants the rear diff locked. Of course, because of a battery issue, we've swapped out the TRD Pro for the 4Runner TRD Pro in front of us. Same thing though. Definitely want that rear diff locked. And with a good line, cruise right through. All right, I think I'm up next. Bring up that camera again. Sure I can see my spotter here. Letting the tires do their thing. Easy peasy. Just follow instructions, folks. And as we go through this downhill, we can pull out the last tool I've yet to talk about in the Tacoma TRD Pro's kit, crawl control. You can use this uphill or downhill, taking your foot off the brake and throttle and just focusing on steering, letting the torque vectoring and traction control and braking all do their own thing. That's what noise we're hearing in the background. You can adjust the speed at which you descend or ascend. You've got 5 modules there. Using the dial that you'd use for the multi-terrain select, we can pick up the speed here. It's never fast. It won't let you just slop down the hill or speed you up one, but you can get it all the way down to an absolute crawl. Look at this. Very useful if you are lacking the confidence. And so we've seen it do the technical stuff with each level of capability added on there. Multi-terrain select, the locking differentials, the 2-speed transfer case with the low-range gears, just adding to the variety of things this truck can do off-road. And then, of course, just the washboardy, pockmarked roads, letting the 2.5-inch internal bypass shocks do their thing. This remains an easy-to-drive, yet very capable vehicle for 22, with the slight improvements that they've made, that extra ground clearance. I mean, nothing about this drive was really going to surprise me because I know what these trucks can do, but it really just assured me that Toyota's still got it. The next generation Taco is going to be a whole different animal, and I'm excited for that. But while we've got this one, we can appreciate its breadth of capability. Well, guys, I hope you've enjoyed these POV drive impressions and the freaking scenery. Look at this. And I will see you guys again next time.